What is happening, people? How's everybody doing? Oh, what do we got going on here? Oh, okay, we're good. Welcome to Be the Ant Preparedness. I am your host, Big G. Before I get into the video, I do want to say I appreciate you clicking on watching the video. You have so many choices out there, but for whatever reason you decided to watch this video, and I just want to say thank you. Okay, into our video. Geared mostly toward new, novice, middle of the road, preparedness minded people. You got some stuff, not all the stuff, or you've been thinking about it for a couple years and now you're finally ready to go ahead and do this. What I recommend to you that I hate seeing people do is, well, I'll give you an example. They're going to work on their food stockpile. Okay. Well, they want to go out and get the Mountain House freeze-dried or the side of beef, and they're going to can it or freeze it if they're going to be able to have electricity to keep the freezer on. Things like that, and they're saving up for that. Okay? They just keep saving money because they just want to go and do this all in one shot or something like that. If something were to happen while they're saving up, they're SOL, right? They're up a creek. So what I recommend, since we're talking about food stores right now, we'll stay on that. I tell this to everybody that will listen to me. Go out and get 6 months per person in your household of the shelf-stable foods. Okay, rice, beans, oats, pastas, things like that. They're very affordable, and you can stockpile. After that 6 months, then if you want to save up for the freeze-dried stuff or this stuff or that stuff, at least you've got that 6 month buffer of food in case something were to happen while you're saving up. And use that same philosophy in all of your prepping items. Okay, if you're looking to put together a bug out bag, get home bag, get out of Dodge bag, what I've heard different terminologies for the same thing, your pack. Okay, you're going to put together this awesome pack, and you currently have nothing, and you're doing your research, and this 511 pack is awesome, or you know, this other pack and it's like $150, but it's going to last you forever, and you're saving up for that. And you see this water purifier that has got 5-star reviews and it's like $60, and you know, sorry, I had something in the car talking to me. But anyway, all of these different items, you're wanting to get the best stuff for your money, right? The most bang for your buck, or however you want to say it. Once again, what you don't want to happen is something to happen. Yeah, what you don't want to happen is for an event to occur. There we go. I got a real small word group thingy. You guys know that. If something were to occur while you're still saving up, then once again you're up a creek. You got nothing. When I first started getting into preparedness, for those of you who watch the channel, I've always hunted, fished, you know, outdoorsy since I was just a youngin', okay? Grew up with it. And I always had a fascination for the old ways, okay? I remember my grandparents canning, or all the different home remedies my great-grandparents had for things, okay, that they didn't have to run to Rite Aid or Walmart or wherever at the drop of a hat, because, yeah, this is what we used to do, and it always kind of worked. And that kind of led into, you know, how the settlers did it, how the Native Americans did it, and got me into wilderness survival a little bit. And that transitioned into the prepping. I believe the first designated pack that I had, because we've always had backpacks. We got a bunch of kids running around, so there was always last year's backpacks or something like that. So we've always had something that we could throw stuff into and hit the road if we had to. My first designated pack was just an old Army Alice pack. And they're really good packs. They really are. I think I got it at a gun show for I think 25 bucks with the frame included. Now I don't think you can touch them for less than I think I've seen them for 60 used ones, you know. But that was my first pack. My first knife was my hunting knife. Okay, I already had it. It was there. Water purification, I got a pot. I'll boil it. Okay, and I went down the checklist of those kind of things just to make sure I could check all the boxes. Now, since I've got all the boxes checked, I can take a look at what I have and decide if you want to upgrade or not. Okay, and that's what we've been doing. As soon as our children reach a certain age, I think when they were, when they were 6, 7, 8 years old, something like that, I started putting together packs for them. Now, when you're putting together for a pack for that age child, yeah, you're probably not going to have a hatchet and lighters and all that. Plus, they can't carry more than 5-10 pounds at that age. But I started going ahead and make sure they at least have packs, and they could carry some clothes in it. We're all of our family is out of town, so it's not uncommon for us to take a weekend trip somewhere to go visit somebody. So they were used to, you know, having a bag that was theirs and, you know, all their clothes. But we also put things like toys in them, because a lot of times people forget about the little creature comforts. The kids are going to be freaked out. You need something to kind of take their mind off of it, so we put some things like that. Now, as they got older, and I taught them how to make shelter, I taught them how to make a fire. After I stressed, you don't play with fire. I still have a house. It hasn't burned to the ground yet, okay? Yeah, once they started getting older, then we started upgrading their stuff. The reason why I'm making this video now, well, a few reasons. I just did a major upgrade on a few of the things the kids had, and right now, this year, you're seeing people that normally wouldn't be interested in preparedness. They're starting to kind of get interested in it, right? But anyway, yeah, we just upgraded the kids, the older kids. They all now have the Sawyer dual thread. Highly recommended. I am going to do a follow-up video on it. I believe I did an initial review video. Love it, love it, love it, love it, and stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing that. All of the kids now have some sort of solar panel in their pack, along with a wire and a rechargeable headlamp, so that they can recharge their headlamp. They don't have to worry about running out of batteries, it getting bumped and the batteries falling out, and now they don't have the batteries. So they don't have to worry about carrying batteries and the headlamp. They can leave that sucker on all night long burning, and as soon as the sun comes up, they plug it in, they're good to go. Now, even with that though, just to touch on like their recharging capabilities, they are just cheapy solar panels that I received from, I was in one of the crate clubs. I can't recall which one right off the top of my head. And it seems like they kept sending me these little solar panels, and they worked. Okay, yeah, they worked. I can't even recall what wattage they were or anything like that, but they do work. I have upgraded myself to a larger one that I'm going to do an initial review on here before too long, so stand by for that. But what I'm doing is upgrading their stuff, showing them how to use it, what it's for. They can charge their cell phones. You know, this is, for his EMP, we'll see what happens. Flip of the coin, right? For everything else, yes, cell phone will still work. Headlamps will still work, things like that. My next purchase, well, one of my next purchases, when we get to that point, is I'm going to be getting a few of the rechargeable flashlights, so that once again they can recharge their headlamp or their flashlight. I do recommend having both. That's personal preference, whatever you guys want to do. You know, 2 is 1 and 1 is none, right? So having a couple different sources for lighting. That's on the list for the next things to purchase, trying to get away from AA's, AAA's as much as we can. But yeah, constantly upgrading. Don't not man, just the best today, man. My English is awesome. Yeah, I guess it works. Don't not get stuff. There you go. I don't know how many negatives that is. Don't not get stuff just because you're saving up for the top rated, that you saw it on this YouTube channel and it was awesome. Make sure you got the boxes checked. Then go back and start upgrading. The food for our bags. Once again, I got a lot of bags to outfit. Initially, what I did was I took rice, I took beans, I took oatmeal, some different pastas. I rinsed out some 20-ounce pop bottles, dried them out, sterilized them, and then I filled them up with the rice, the beans, the whatever, and those went in the pack. Yeah, it takes a while to cook. You got to use fuel, but they had food, okay, that didn't weigh a ton. I've had people tell me, it's like, well, I'll just load up all the canned goods and we'll hit the road. No, you ain't. I challenge anyone out there, if that's what you think you're going to do, grab a pack and throw 3 days worth of canned goods in the pack. And number one, see how heavy it is. And number two, let me know what your back feels like from all the corners of those cans hitting you in the back for hours. But that checked the box when I did the 20-ounce bottles of the rice and the beans and all that stuff. You know, we had some ramen noodles that we double sealed to make sure they didn't open. And all the kids had a pot, you know, so that they could cook the stuff in. While, yeah, it's not filet mignon, it's food. It's getting food in your belly. But recently, and I did a video earlier, had Trey doing the camera work for me, and the camera was bouncing all over the place. So I think I'm going to have to redo it. So you're probably going to see something touching on this. Recently, we have gone ahead and upgraded our pack food to the freeze-dried. You know, the Mountain House, the Backpacker's Pantry, those type of things. Just because all you got to do is boil some water, dump it in the pouch, seal it up, and you're eating in a couple minutes. You don't have to worry about prepping it and all this other stuff. But there is the cost to it. So that's why when I'm first outfitting all these packs, I'm not waiting until I can afford the best, supreme, top-rated, blah, blah, blah. I'm just making sure I can check those boxes. as far as the knives, if you're hunter, outdoorsman, you probably already have some knives. And not to call any guys out here, speaking to the guys out there, I grew up that men carried a pocket knife, and that's just the way it was, and that's the way I was raised. That's the way I'm raising my kids, that men carry pocket knives, so you should at least have a knife. In fact, I'll be doing some videos once we can get out a little bit, more bushcrafty stuff. I see these videos of these guys, and they've got their Tops bushcrafting knife that, you know, fixed blade, beautiful knife. The thing probably cost them $200, all these different brands and everything. For me, when I'm out doing my thing, I'm using my pocket knife 9 times out of 10. Why? Because I'm always using my pocket knife every day anyway. It's just natural for me. It's right there. I don't have to worry about having a specialized bushcrafting knife. I've got my pocket knife. It can do just about whatever I want to do. Sorry, getting a little parched. So yeah, don't worry about saving up for that ultra cool, tactical, you know, all this other crap, expensive knife. Get a knife. Kershaw, affordable. They make decent knives, okay? That they just do. I carry my pocket knife. I've carried for years as a SOG, SOG, whatever I've heard them called both, and use it all the time. It constantly is in my pocket every day. I think I've been carrying it for 16 years now. Oh, here he comes. Old Dose is coming. We'll give him a second. What's happening, son? Making a video. How was your day? We'll make it better. Anyway, making a video talking to the people here. Say hi to the people.
Hi.
Hi. Let's get your opinion on the matter. What we're talking about today is people that want to wait and get the best top of the line stuff instead of just checking the boxes for things they need. I'm telling the people here, instead of waiting and saving for the best top of the line, just go ahead and check the boxes off, make sure you got what you got. What do you think? Boy, he is a man. He can articulate, you know, like crazy. The rhetoric that spouts from this young man's mouth is amazing. He just got done running around for an hour and something, so he's probably done. So anyway, yeah, just make sure you're checking those boxes. The kids, once again, when I first started putting their packs together, I got them all the life straws. I don't like life straws. I hate life straws. They'll keep you alive, but I don't like them because you have to have your head down to the water source. The opening is too large. You can't fit it into definitely a 20 ounce or a 2 liter bottle without cutting the top of it off. There's no way to transport water. But if you are dying of thirst and you come up on a pond, a creek, a stream, and you've got that, they will keep you alive. And like I said recently, I've upgraded all the kids with the Sawyer dual thread, and he's drinking all of my drink as I'm talking. He drank literally all of it.
I'm tired.
You're tired, that's why you're drinking, huh? That's what I do when I'm tired too, I drink. But anyway, we're at 19 minutes here, guys. I'll wrap it up. But please just go down, check the boxes. Don't worry about getting the bestest, the most highly rated. Just get something that'll get you by until you can upgrade. But gee, that's a waste of money. You're spending all this money. Nah, man, you always got a backup, okay? The kids with the life straws, they're still in their packs. Even though they got the Sawyer, they still got the life straws. Okay? Yeah, it's like in our packs, we're probably still going to have the 20-ounce bottles of rice in there. Okay? Things like that. So we still got the backups. But comment down below. Like to read y'all's comments, what you think about it. And let me know what you think. So until next time, we'll talk to y'all after a while. Bye. And bye.